Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
We're a quarter mile behind this suspect.
2 armed robbery suspects make a high-speed getaway.
We can track him with this camera and stay with him.
They've got $20,000 in the back seat and the FBI on their trail.
They just have to stay at a comfortable distance and not push this to make him do anything stupid.
And they're in for a sudden stop.
Oh, man, he just left the ground. Oh, now he may lose control here. Oh, he did. There was a steep hill, Ken. Very steep hill. He came over. He lost it.
All it takes is a bump in the road. The car sails, careens, then smashes into a tree.
He lost it coming over the hill. He is slammed into a tree.
That tree is taken by the explosive impact. But when the dust settles, the suspects are not only alive.
Okay, looks like they pulled that person out of the car.
They're still fighting.
Yeah, they're trying to work on the suspects.
Police finally get these dangerous felons under control. The men could go to prison for 20 years. But in this violent crash, they avoid the death penalty.
Now he may lose control here. Oh, he did!
Somerville, South Carolina. Piper the cat is stuck in a pine tree, 80 feet up. Worse, she's been there 9 days. Rodney and Scotty Colvin feel helpless to save their beloved pet.
Of course, we talked to her. She wouldn't come down, and would just stay up in those top branches, meow at us.
We tried everything we could that Sunday, and when it didn't work that Sunday night, Rodney and I had, kind of said, we think maybe this is it.
Piper is weak and running out of time. A local tree trimmer bravely volunteers to make the dangerous rescue.
Piper, he's coming to help you, honey.
The tree service guy started climbing up the tree, and as he was getting up further into the tree, of course, the kitty cat's getting scareder and scareder, so she started moving out to the very far end of the branch.
Then, a terrifying sight. Piper falls 8 stories to the ground.
She got closer and closer to the edge, and you heard it snap, and it was just agonizing.
Scotty screams for Rodney to catch Piper.
And as she come tumbling down, my wife said, "Grab her." And I'm thinking to myself, grab her with 20 claws coming at me?
It's too late.
She was coming down feet first and unfortunately hit another branch on the way down.
Incredibly, the tough little kitty flips to her feet and runs away. Piper is reunited with her loving owners. Curiosity nearly killed this cat. Lucky for Piper, she still has 8 lives to go. Daytona Beach, Florida. Motorcycle enthusiasts jam the city for Bike Week. It's a wild time. The main event, the Cabbage Patch Jump. Daredevils fly their bikes over a pit of coleslaw where lady wrestlers go mano a mano. James Verschuren is one of the riders.
People want to see girls getting half naked and wrestling, plus freestyle motocross jumping over top while they're wrestling adds a good effect.
James has never performed in front of a crowd this large.
I get pumped up when I have one person cheering me on, let alone 20, 30,000 people cheering me on.
The riders nail their first jump. But James is worried. The The ground near the takeoff track is full of ruts. A second jump is dangerous.
You have a weird feeling in your stomach that tells you, this isn't your time. This isn't the right time. And I had that, but for me just to stop riding wasn't going to happen.
But James doesn't want to disappoint. He ignores the risk and guns it. Big mistake. That haunting feeling becomes a living nightmare. The ruts knock James off course. His body is viciously sliced by the sharp edge of the steel ramp.
I had my fingers almost cut right off, and if I didn't hit my head and I seen my fingers at that time, that I would have freaked out.
James spends a week in the hospital. It's a heavy price to pay for trying to please the crowd.
I was riding over top of my head. I had too many voices telling me that it was too fun. I got too excited. Excitement will kill you sometimes. I feel very lucky to be alive.
Up next, an overloaded plane struggles to take off and crashes into a schoolhouse. Then, a hitcher catches a ride on a freight train and gets buried by tons of gravel. Hold on, dude! But first, a rodeo cowboy gets stuck in the stirrup and takes a savage beating. When the world's most amazing videos returns.